Hi, my name is Noel Ernstzen. I'm up from Cape Town and I'm here to do the 2013 Grail of Trails, the Otter. The Otter basically is the highlight of my racing calendar for 2013, practically every year. But I have been racing solidly over the last 12 months. Just recently done the Namaqualand Quest, which is a 4-day trail run. Prior to that, we did Heart Bay Challenge. Prior to that, we did Table Mountain Challenge. I've done the Fisherman's. So I've actually raced extensively through 2013, but basically all of them in lead up to what's the ultimate for me is the Otter. I go back a long way with the Otter Trail. It started 4 years ago, and the very first one they had was actually part of a trail and mountain bike race. And there's a five-day event, and day one was the Otter. And I wasn't a runner, I was a cyclist, and I had to train running to be able to cope with day one. I loved it so much. I've been coming back nearly every year. And the goal for me is to be the first Masters 50 plus to crack sub 5 hours in Otter, and this has been my goal for the last 12 months. The Otter Trail is pretty unique. It is, when you talk to people and you say, oh, I'm doing the Otter, and they say, oh, what's that? I said, well, do you know the 5K hike? They said, yes. Well, I said, well, we do it in like 5 or 6 hours, and you get sort of a disbelief. And then you tell a road runner it's 42 kilometers and it takes you 5 or 6 hours to run it, and they look at you as if, well, why so slow? It's incredible. It is very beautiful. I must admit, the top 20, top 30 runners get to see very little of the scenery. It is a very technical run. You're literally looking at the footprint in front of you for the whole 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, whatever you take. So yes, it's beautiful. It's extremely technical. There is nowhere on the run that you are able to get into any sort of rhythm. So it's very much a trail runner's run. And you get to run on beach, you get to run on soft sand, you get to run on rocks, you get to run climbs, steep climbs, technical downhill stairs. The few flat sections are through forest and over routes. So it's probably one of the most technical, toughest 42K trail runs in this country. Well, a lot of people ask me that how I can be competitive at 50 plus with 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. And it's very simple. I've been around longer than them, so I've had longer to train. So in my point of view, I should be faster than them. But literally, for me, it's a lifestyle. It's looking after my body. There is no ways that a 50-year-old has to be slower than a 20-year-old. It doesn't have to be. And especially in long races where there is, in racing, probably 80% is mind and 20% fitness. And racing is very much of a mind game. And to be very frank with you, us older guys are better at it than the youngsters. So keep fit, eat properly, keep the weight down, stay away from carbs, and just go and run. I'm categorized as racing under masters. However, I've come here. The Otter for me is one of the only races really that I don't race anybody else. I don't race for position. I don't race for anything but time. I've won a number of races overall, not my category, overall races. I've won a number in the last 24 months. I've come first, I've come second, I've come third. But I regard my highest achievement over the last 4 years of running is that I came 9th in Otter 2 years ago. And that's how I rate the race so highly. Firstly, it attracts the best in the country by a mile. You have the top 20 trail runners in the country here. So if you want to test yourself, here's a place to test it. But more than that, it's such a race of the mind, and I'm racing for time. So whether I come first, second, third, or 103rd is absolutely immaterial for me. As long as I do a sub 5, I'm happy. The Otter, I believe in a healthy living, and I eat very well, and I don't eat my carbs, and I stay away from sugar. So if I had to compare the Otter to a food, the chili, the jalapeno chili, I think is about as close as you're going to get. This thing bites. It can really, really bite. You see the newbies up front. The year before last I came, And there were 3 guys from overseas who came in here with huge pedigrees, really, really fast runners. And they went off like the proverbial bat out of, and I passed them halfway through, and they were broken, and they came absolutely nowhere. So yeah, for me, the Otter is a jalapeno chili.